Okay, I've got the recording going. Okay, Plexus Heart team, we appreciate everyone that is on the Zoom call tonight. And before we get started, our special guest speaker, she has a great story to share with you guys. She had gone through a little bit of, hardship and stuff. And so she's going to kind of tell a little bit about that and tell how she got back on track and, got her business going. She's on fire right now. So you guys definitely want to hear her story. And I'll let her share all that here in a little bit. But before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that we're not going to open it up to questions, because we've learned that, from opening it up at the very end to questions and stuff, sometimes the Zooms go a little bit longer. So it's what I ask people to do is, if you've got a question, ask it in the chat box, and then I'll try to keep an eye on the chat box, and that way I can ask her the questions throughout the Zoom and everything. But anyway, I appreciate everybody doing that. So anyway, I want to remind everybody that next Thursday night at 7:00 p.m. Central Time in the Health and Happiness group and our customer group, we have an event going on, and it's called Plexus Slim Spring Event. Now we're going to have, 5 or 6 testimonies in there. I'm going to be telling mine. This time we've asked a few guys to tell their testimony. So because sometimes people want to hear from guys and see what's going on with them. So we've got some really good guys that are going to be sharing their live testimonial throughout the event. And then now the giveaways in this event is going to be Slim Only and MetaBurn. So we're going to focus on just those 2 things to give away. So get your people in the Health and Happiness group, get your potential customers in there, and let's, make this a good event. Now, also, Lori Ward Harrison, she has her event going on right now in the Beauty Inside and Out. And so be sure and get your people in there because, they're doing prize giveaways. Kim Matthews was in there the other day. She told her testimonial. And you guys, I'm telling you, if you have not heard Kim Matthews' testimony, you definitely want to go in there and watch it. Tag your people in the videos, because if you don't tag them and they don't participate, then they don't have a chance to win the prizes. They've got to comment because at the end of the videos, we ask a question, and then you've got to answer the question in order to be in the drawing to win the prizes and stuff. So Kim's testimonial had to do with her celiac and stuff like that. And I'm telling you guys, very good. It was very emotional. So anyway, so you definitely want to watch that. Okay. So, another thing, don't forget the people that signed up as ambassadors last month, you have the 3 codes. The codes are good until Monday, the 15th. So if you've got people interested and you need help signing people up, let us know. We'll help you out. Get with your upline, get with us. We'll definitely help you get people signed up and everything, because the codes are not good after the 15th. Now, if you sign up this month, if you have an ambassador that signs up this month, they also get codes. And I believe the codes are good until May the 15th. If you turn silver this month, then you get 3 codes again. So, let's all get going, and let's, build a team, and let's earn these codes and everything. So, okay, so tonight our special guest speaker is Shelly Tate. I met Shelly and her husband on the cruise for Leadership Retreat last year and everything. And we actually met, we were having our formal dining, and we actually met at the formal dining. Let's see. So anyway, I'm going to ask her a couple questions. And first of all, Shelly, can you tell us just a little bit about your family, where you live, what you guys do for a living?
Yes, I am in the Lubbock, Texas area. So at the bottom of the Panhandle is where we are. And my husband primarily sells roofs for a local business here, but also owns a inmate payphone business. And I was a former teacher, principal, and now stay at home. And just recently we bought a feed store. I don't know what we were thinking. So don't even ask that question. I have no clue. That I run 5 days a week in the afternoon. So freedom is a lot of different things. And so for us, it's just about having fun and finding what God's called us to do. We have a 21-year-old daughter that's a junior at Texas Tech University, going to school to be an educator. And then we have a high school senior who told me after school She has 43 days until graduation, including weekends. She's very ready to be out of school. She rodeos full time right now, but will be attending a local junior college, or well, it's about an hour and a half away from us, and going to be on the rodeo team. So we're busy. Empty nesting is coming soon, but I don't really know what that's going to mean because we're still going to be chasing kids.
There you go. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so now, now can you tell us how you found out about Plexus and, when did you get started and everything?
Okay, I was the girl that told one of Celeste Gwynn's team members no. I did not want to hear about Plexus. I did not want to talk about anything that could change my life because I was sick. I had quit being a principal because I was so ill. And I had tried 3 other different multi-level marketing companies' products and lost my honey in 2 of those and just did not want to hear about it. So told her no several times. And then my niece started selling, and you can't not support your niece.
Right.
So I bought a 7-day trial, Dawn.
Okay.
Like, that's how I supported her. And in those 7 days, I lost 4 pounds, and I didn't have a migraine that week. And that was life-changing for me.
Wow.
So, of course, I joined because I didn't have a job at the time. I was broke educator. And so I joined for the wholesale cost. Literally in my pack, they gave me a 7-day trial. I posted it on Facebook because I thought, hey, I could make $25 back. Sold 30 in 1 week. So then I started selling the product even without trying.
Wow.
So that's how I got introduced to Plexus as the opportunity.
Okay, good. So now what year was that? Do you remember what year?
That was 5 years ago. My 5-year anniversary was March 31st.
Oh, okay.
So 2014.
Wow. So now that you've been on the products and everything, tell us just a little bit about, I know you just talked about the migraines. So what all has Plexus done for you and your family? I mean, do you have family members that are doing Plexus with you, or just tell us what it's done for y'all?
I joined under my niece, who does not work the business, but she makes a great income off of my team, which is a plus because I love that she's able to do that.
Yes.
She's a single mom. I completely forgot the question.
What
did it help? Okay, yeah. I was diagnosed at 35 with 2 different kinds of migraines. Cluster migraines, which felt like an ice pick behind my head and was debilitating. It would happen anywhere from 2 to 20 times a day and would last from 15 seconds to a minute. Like, I just never knew there was no warning that it was coming on. I was diagnosed with full-blown migraines. Well, actually 3, I guess. And then also ocular migraines. So I literally was not functioning. I was working 60 hours a week as an administrator at an elementary school that was an hour away from my home. So I was commuting a long way on top of having the migraines. The migraine medication was horrible on my body, and they diagnosed me at 37 with adult onset asthma. I could not breathe. Like, I literally, for 5 solid years, did everything but live in the hospital. I went to every doctor I could find. They could find nothing wrong with me that was causing it. And so I literally felt like by the age of 47, 48, I probably would not even be on earth. Like, I was that sick. And so I quit my job. My husband gave me a year to figure out what was wrong and try to find myself again. That year did nothing. The next year in March, I was introduced to Plexus, and it has just been life-changing. If I have a breathing issue now, it lasts 2 to 3 days and easily fixes itself instead of being on steroids, antibiotics, 3 different inhalers.
Wow.
It just was, it's been life-changing for me.
Yeah, and that's one thing that like we hear a lot. I mean, we've got so many people on our team that talks about the migraine thing. Like for instance, Greg's sister-in-law, she followed us for 4 or 5 years, and then out of the blue one day she said, you know what? Okay, guys, I want to sign up. I want to try this. I've been watching you guys, so she got on the triplex and everything. And her first week, she messaged us and she said, oh my God, guys, I wish I'd have done this sooner because I used to get migraines all the time because, and she said, I haven't had a migraine all week long.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So, so that's amazing. Just that alone right there and everything. So now, is there any other family members, like does your husband take it, or does your son, your daughter? Or?
My husband takes the triplex combo. He has tried a couple of times to get off of products, and he'll stay off for 3 or 4 months because he thinks his gut's healed. And within 3 or 4 months, he's getting right back on them because he starts having bowel issues again. Yeah. So he's currently on products.
Oh, good. Good. Keep that man on them products.
Yes. My oldest daughter just joined with me at the company. Tonight or in the morning, she'll have her 3rd ambassador.
Oh, wow.
This month. And so she'll be silver. So I'm excited about that, excited for her, because I know as an educator, she's going to need a side hustle.
Right.
Because she will never make enough money to pay her bills.
Right.
So very excited about that she's started to build a team.
Well, good.
And then our youngest daughter has ADHD and also has vasovagal syncope, where she just randomly faints.
Wow.
And the research that I've done with that shows that it is very much gut related, even though they sent us to a neurologist and a cardiologist.
Right.
That found nothing. The triplex combo has really slowed down the issues that she has.
Oh, good.
And greatly helped her ADHD.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's awesome. And that over long term too, it just gets better and better.
Yes.
That's one thing that, I just celebrated my 6-year anniversary back in January. And I tell people, you know what? I've had my pink drink every single day. Seriously, girl, I have not missed one pink drink. I crave my pink drink. I crave it. It's crazy. But
when you're not in balance, it makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. So anyway, and then just recently I got my mother back on the Probiotic 5, so because she has canker sores in her mouth really bad.
Yes.
It totally started helping her with that. So she's just like loving it. But anyway, so I want you to share with us, at the beginning I said that, you had something happen in your life. And then, it kind of got you off track and everything, but now you're back on track and you're on fire and everything. So can you just share a little bit about, that, and just let us know, just a little bit how it kind of affected your business and stuff like that? Or?
Absolutely. I laugh because I was just thinking about this analogy of how to explain our family. And we're not a blended family, but that Brady Bunch atmosphere where they do everything together and they're always in each other's business. Well, that's our family. We're all extremely close. My parents only live about 15 miles from us, and they're just important. We see them daily. If we're not seeing them daily, it's every other day. We're constantly in each other's space, and as a choice.
Right.
We love our family time is important. And in November of 2017, my dad had not been sick at all. He had bad knees.
Right.
Was still working about 60 hours a week, selling roofs, climbing ladders. Pulled into a Lowe's home improvement to get a plumbing part for his house. Put his truck in park and had a massive heart attack. And didn't make it.
Right. So sorry.
It still very emotional. This week has been emotional. At that time, I had been Ruby for 3 or 4 months, and had done it very naturally. Like, we hadn't pushed for Ruby. We didn't do any contests to try to hit Ruby. Just very authentically, our team hit Ruby. In fact, it was a month that I wasn't even watching points, hadn't even realized I had hit Ruby until it was announced on Facebook by my upline. But when that happened, it changed the atmosphere of our team. 6 months before in Vegas, one of my runners found out her mom had passed away as we sat down to the Kelly Clarkson contest. And so in a matter of months, two of us had extremely life-changing events happen in our family. And I was not at a functioning level for several months, trying to pick up my daughter, who was his very best friend. Still have to pick her up on some days. But I just didn't feel like I needed to work my business full-time at that point, which, I mean, full-time to me is part-time.
Right.
And so because of that, we lost a huge part of our team that needed me as the motivation. And part of me is very sad about that, because I know God had a place for them here in this business. But part of me knows that if they're truly supposed to be here, that they'll be back.
Right.
And so I've had to bless and release a lot, and we've lost a lot of points as far as moving into Ruby. So we're building back to Ruby. Over this last 2 months, we've added 25 plus team members, which is huge for us. I mean, there's a lot of teams that can add way more than that, but for us and the number of people we have working, it's amazing to have that momentum back. Guys, I cannot tell you enough. If you have not ordered Metaburn, go as soon as this call is over and put it in your shopping cart and pay it out. There are things in Metaburn that are called adaptogens.
Right.
You can look up the literal definition of adaptogens, but I'm going to tell you my definition is the adaptogens heal your spirit. I can't tell you any other way, but that's how God makes them work. I mean, I literally was in a grief funk. I was having to deal with some things my dad left undone, because I'm the one that stays at home of the 3 kids. I have court paperwork that I am now my dad as a representative for all of his business affairs. I could not get out from under the grief. And in December, I ordered Metaburn. And in January, I found myself calling friends for dinner.
Wow.
Posting in my Facebook team page again. Like, it wasn't like it was like, oh, I'm taking Metaburn, this stuff's going to work. I didn't know it was going to work. Right. I bought it so that I could lose more inches, because I'm still overweight, even though I've lost 30 pounds.
Right.
But guys, the adaptogens, someone started talking about them in our Facebook team page. And I was like, what are they talking about? So I started doing research, and I'm telling you, they're a game changer for your spirit.
Wow.
Everyone needs Metaburn. Period. End of story.
Well, thank you for sharing that, girl. I mean, seriously, I did not know that. I knew that, it has the 5-HTP, that's the mood stabilizer and everything, but
yes,
girl, thank you for sharing that with us.
Look up adaptogens. It is a huge part of Metaburn. It also burns visceral fat. Guys, that's the fats that killed my dad. They're the fats that get around your organs, the fatty liver, the fatty heart, the fatty kidneys. That visceral fat is what killed my dad. Huge. Wow. Yeah. Huge game changer. Like, everyone needs that. We all need healthy organs, because our organs control everything about us. So I could go on and on for days about that, but Metaburn is vital. My girls are both on Metaburn now.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that, girl. And I'm so sorry to hear, about your dad. I just, I send prayers your direction and everything, because I know, I'm fixing to get emotional.
It's hard, but God is using it. It's.
Yes. And it's so proud of you for, you know, like you say, you know, finding the Metaburn. Thank God for the Metaburn, you know.
Yes.
And so appreciate you sharing that with us, you know, because like, you know, I'm gonna start getting back on it, you know, every day. I don't take it every day. I take it, you know, just every so often, you know, but I'm going to start getting back on it because we keep it in stock, girl. So I'm getting back on
Yes.
it. But, you know, because I know you know, like you was talking about how it affected your team and stuff back in, I don't know, several years ago. We had a couple of heavy hitters on our team, you know, like for instance, and then I lost my nephew in 2015. You know, he was like a son to me and Greg. I mean, he would come and spend a week with us during the summer, you know. And so when we lost him, you know, that was hard. And then, you know, the heavy hitters, you know, we lost 3 of those because they went through major divorces, you know. So, you know, with them going through the divorces, and then, you know, Greg had a niece that was in the hospital for 6 months. And then, you know, he had a brother that got really mixed up with drugs. And so we had a lot of things happen all at once, just boom. And, you know, the thing that kept us going was our friends and, you know, our Plexus, seriously, because the Plexus products do help with so much. But anyway, so like I say, I appreciate you sharing that story with us. And, you know, because we all grieve in different ways, you know. And, you know, I mean, we thank God every day that you know, that our friends and our team helped get us through those times, you know,
Yes.
and stuff. So, you know, these people that fell off your team, we pray that, girl, that they come back, because they will. We have people that are coming back. Like, as a matter of fact, one of our heavy hitters that I was telling you about, she called me the other day. I saw her call, and I'm like, what's she calling for? And she calls and she says, hey, she goes, I need Plexus again. And she goes, you know,
Yay.
yeah. So, but see, she had fallen off as an ambassador, you know, because she's sending her, you know, whenever she, you know, went through the divorce and everything, she just called Plexus and just totally quit. But so she goes, I'll be a customer under you and everything. So she became a customer. Well, then about an hour later, she messaged me and she goes, hey, my best friend, I gave her your website. She's ordering. I'm like, oh, girl. Yeah. And so then she goes, hey, my ex-boss has wanted to order too. So she goes, I'm sending her your way. And I'm like, girl, you go, you know.
That is too funny.
Yeah. So, you know, things like that happen. These people, sometimes they fall off the map and then they come back and everything. So
can I address one of the things that someone commented?
Sure. Yes.
Someone said, thank you for your transparency. And first off, you're welcome. It's not easy to be transparent, but guys, can I please just challenge your whole team, Donald? You probably already have told them about this, but if you're not being transparent on your Facebook page,
Yes,
then people are not ever going to get what you truly have.
oh, go ahead.
I'm back, I think.
Yeah.
I was getting
Yeah.
a phone call. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
People are never going to get what you truly have to offer until you start being transparent on your Facebook posts, guys.
So true.
If one of the people you need to follow, I'm sure Dawn already does because she's on Lori's team, Erin Crowell.
Yes.
If you do not follow her, ErinCrowell, I promise you once a month she might mention the word Plexus. She's
Right.
Emerald, and she got there authentically.
Right.
Christy Deary, if you do
Yeah.
not follow her, transparency at its finest.
Yes.
Those are the things that you need to be sharing to build. People don't want to hear you sell them these products. They don't want to hear you sell them this opportunity. They want to know truly what it's doing to you on the inside.
Very, very well spoken, girl. Appreciate that. And I was fixing to ask you, do you have any advice to give our team? But that was perfect advice. I'm telling you. Now, congratulations. Go ahead.
Open your mouth too.
Yes.
Open your mouth too. I think so many people are out there. They don't want to message you, but they want what you're offering, and they're waiting for you to ask. So
yeah,
get somewhere and figure out who it is. Pray about it. Ask God to reveal it. But people want you to ask them.
Yeah, that's so true. And like, sometimes when we're out running around, if, we may be at a store, or like one day I was at Office Depot over here, and a lady in there, she was talking about how she was so sick and this and that. And I just was like, and I would have never done this before Plexus, but I reached out to her and I said, hey, I said, let me give you a business card here. And I said, I've got something that might be able to help you. If you reach out to me, you can call me, my number's on here, and just let me know, and here's my
Absolutely.
website. So you're right, you can't be shy. If you've got somebody that's crying out that needs help, reach out to them and offer. We've done it. We've actually got ambassadors and customers from reaching out to people that we see on Facebook that are crying out. They're crying out for help. And sometimes they may not see your post, so you've got to reach out to them and let them know that you're there, that you might be able to help them out. Okay, so let me see. Let me see what people are saying here. Okay, Christy, my husband had a Widowmaker heart attack. He started Plexus 3 months after me. Last year he takes the Triplex, Mega X, and Burn Vital Biome, and he was doing great. So yeah, that's Christy Nodine's, husband. I mean, he's doing really good, and he's been through a lot. Okay, so hey team, if you are logging on late, be sure to rewatch once Donald posts. Oh, well, thank you, Christy. Yes, that's so sweet of you. But anyway, and then my cousin, he's from Lubbock. He lives up there by you guys. So
Hey,
let's see, Jennifer.
he's asking, how did I keep my focus and drive? And I did want to talk about that. Guys, if you do not have a powerful why, you won't be able to keep your focus. My why has changed multiple times over this, but truly after being able to take off almost a year and a half after my dad, my why is now to get every single person on my team to silver. Because if they see the money that you make at silver and can still walk away from this business, then it truly is not meant.
Right.
Whoop, I'm back. Sorry, my phone keeps ringing.
That's okay. Yeah,
it off.
That's okay. Somebody's wanting to get hold of you.
Yeah. Have your why. Know what your why is and be sold on it.
Yeah, so true. So true. Well, Shelly, we appreciate you taking the time out of your day or your evening to be with us.
You're welcome.
Please let us know if there's anything we can do for you. Anytime, we're here to help you out. We want to see you, climb rank to that senior Ruby. Greg is getting really close to that senior Ruby mark. Hopefully this month he might make it. We had 80 new team members. We had a really good month last month. We had 80 members. Yeah. So anyway, but he's getting close to that. Now I'll be behind him, even though he signed up under me, but I'm working on my outside leg. You know what I mean? I'm working on signing more people up under me and stuff. So anyway, but like I said, we appreciate you taking the time and telling your amazing story with us. Keep going, girl. And we can't wait to see you at convention. Now, is your husband going with you?
No, I have 3 team members going with me.
3 team members. Okay, good. Yes. We're going to look for you. I'm going to send you a message and let you know we're there, because we have we have maybe 10, 15 team members going. I'm not for sure what the count is right now, but we have a lot going this year. We have a lot that have never been to convention. So, we're excited that they're going, because everybody needs to go to these events. Don't you agree?
Yes, agreed.
It's an eye opener. It really is. Go to convention, go to all of the meetings while you're at convention. It's very important.
Yes.
Meetings. Don't skip the meetings, So anyway, but okay, girl. Well, you have a good one.
Thank you for inviting me, Donald.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And I cannot wait to see you. Now, when do you get to convention? On Monday? Are you going to be there?
We haven't even booked flights yet. We're still waiting. Nope.
Okay. So you'll be flying out of Lubbock, right?
Yes.
Okay, I saw some good ones at Lubbock a while ago, because I was helping my cousin, that lives in Lubbock, he's wanting to go this year. So I was looking.
I need to go look.
Yeah, and it was funny because there was a flight leaving out on Monday morning. It actually flies to Dallas, and we would fly from Dallas to Las Vegas together, because I've already booked.
Oh, cool.
So I was like, I was telling him about that one, so maybe we can coordinate that to where.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, well, girl, we look forward to seeing you. And like I say,
thanks, you too.
and you have a blessed weekend. Okay.
You too.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.